Hi, castor oil is said to make your hair grow, so I want to put this to the test. I am going to be massaging castor oil into one eyebrow every single day for 30 days, and we will see if it makes any difference to the hair growth of my eyebrow. But in order to be as accurate as possible, we need some rules to this experiment. Number one, both eyebrows need to be freshly waxed so they are at the exact same starting point. Don't worry, I did take my makeup off first. Number two, I cannot pluck or remove any eyebrow hair for the entire 30 days. Number three, I have to massage the castor oil into my eyebrow for at least 30 seconds every single day. I'm choosing to do it in the evenings because I don't want to walk around with a greasy eyebrow every day. Castor oil is very thick. I think this might be easier to put it into a dropper bottle. This is just an old glass dropper bottle that I have. I've cleaned it thoroughly. I'm gonna fill it up about halfway. There is my eyebrow elixir for the next 30 days. The castor oil I'm using is by My Aroma. It's from Holland & Barrett and it's an organic castor oil. I've actually heard it's better to keep it out of sunlight, so I'm gonna go keep this in my bedside drawer. So this is how my brows are looking at the very beginning of this experiment. Seem to have had some kind of sensitivity from the wax strip, and I've got a little pimple here already. It's a bit swollen, so I'm gonna do this eyebrow instead. Okay, it is day 1/night 1. Let's apply my castor oil elixir. I've just put 3 drops on my finger. Okay, we're gonna massage this. I do not like the smell of castor oil. I remember having a big tub of it when I was a teenager. I heard somewhere on the internet that it was good for your hair, but I remember just having such a hard time getting it in my hair because it was so thick. It was like putting honey in my hair, and I just ended up hating it and never using it. Okay, that is nicely saturated. I'm gonna go to bed and repeat the process. Will I start breaking out around my eyebrows? We'll have to find out. It is day 7 of this castor oil experiment, and I actually forgot to do it last night, so we're gonna do it this morning. I've actually started just doing 1 drop because 3 drops was a little too much. Literally, this stuff is so thick, I pretty much only need 1 drop on my finger to cover my whole brow. It's been pretty much 1 week now and there is no difference. I have noticed a bit of eyebrow shedding, if anything, but I think that's just because I'm constantly like rubbing and massaging it in. I'm trying to now just like smoothing it over and trying to massage it like that rather than rubbing in circles and like back and forth, which I think is causing my eyebrow hairs to shed. There's not much visible difference so far. This is how my brows looked after about 3 weeks, and as you can see they're starting to grow back slightly, but there's still not enough visual difference to see if one is growing faster than the other. To me they look the same. If you're wondering how I kept track, I actually used my beauty tracker, which I designed and created myself. You can purchase these from the link below. I tried to make them as affordable as I could. You buy it once and you can print as many as you want and you can use it for anything, but I find they're perfect for beauty tracking. I highly recommend if you're trying any new beauty products or experimenting with something new to track your progress, track which days you're using it, and take notes on if you noticed any difference. I've been doing this for quite a while now and I designed it in the best possible way that I could to fit everything onto an A4 sheet of paper, but still have enough columns to fit in as many products as possible that you might want to use, and also have space to take notes as well. You can also set a goal and keep track of your results, and then you can file this away and keep it for your records. You will always find it in the description of my videos. To give you a little visual representation, I started on the 20th of June and 30 days fell on the 19th of July. You can see though I missed a few days towards the 2nd or 3rd week, but overall I was pretty consistent. I actually didn't realize that I surpassed 30 days. You can see I did a few extra days afterwards, and this is how my eyebrows looked on day 41. There is quite a lot of difference from our starting point. They have all grown back where I waxed them, and here I'm just brushing them up to try and show you the difference. You can see it has grown a lot. So here I am showing you both my left on top and my right on bottom. The right is the castor oil side, but I have flipped the left image so that they're both facing the same way. So I hope that's not confused anyone. It's just kind of easier to see the difference when they're both flipped the same way around. So here I'm just brushing them out, and initially I didn't really feel like I could see any difference, but looking back at this footage, I feel like the top, which is my left, which is the one which did not get castor oil on it, is a little bit more sparse, but it's quite subtle and it's still quite difficult to see any difference. I am not seeing a whole lot of difference, but I'm thinking maybe I just need to extend the challenge. Sometimes it takes up to 2 months to notice hair growth of any kind. Only problem is I don't know if I can go another month not plucking my eyebrows. I have never had my eyebrows this wild since probably before I started plucking my eyebrows. I think I was 15. It took me a little while to get used to, but I actually quite like it. It just looks a bit more natural. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should keep them like this? Do you think I should pluck them? I think with makeup on it looks kind of cute, but maybe I've just gone eyebrow blind, do you know? That could be a very real possibility. So I think I'm gonna go somewhere in between, and I am gonna just tidy up where it's like the hairs are coming like down my eyelid. To me, it's just not cute, but I might leave some of the overgrowth that has like grown down here. Okay, so these are my eyebrows now that I have just plucked them a little tiny bit. I am leaving a bit of the regrowth just to see how far we can get with it. I've also put a bit of gel on them, and this is how I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay, I guess I'll check back in and see if we can make it to 60 days. Another thing I wanted to add was after 1 or 2 weeks, I found that I was pulling at my skin a lot, quite unnecessarily. So because I wanted to avoid unnecessary skin pulling, I placed one palm above my eyebrow, which just supported my skin whilst I was rubbing it in. Eventually I got to the 60-day mark on August 18th, and as you can see I was a little bit ropey with remembering to do it because my life got pretty hectic and busy. However, I think I was consistent enough to be able to see results. So here we are on day 65, and this is actually where I realised that I could see results. Side note, I had dyed my eyebrows. I also gelled them all up in this footage. I ended up going to a festival, so there's like a week gap between this footage and the one you just saw, but it's basically the same. This is my left eye and this is my right eye, which did have castor oil on. But here we are with the flipped image above. That is the one that I did not put castor oil on, and you can see I feel like it looks a little bit more sparse than the one below. I don't know about you, but I feel like this eyebrow is more sparse than this one. This one just seems more even, and it feels like there's a chunk missing here. I've done exactly the same thing to both of them except for obviously castor oil on this one. Maybe it worked. I actually didn't expect that I would enjoy thicker eyebrows as much as I do. There was a little bit of an awkward grow out phase, but now that they've filled in, I actually really like how it looks. This is how they look with makeup on. This is how I fill them in. I want your honest opinion. Do you think my eyebrows look better grown out naturally, a bit more fuller, or do you think they looked better, more shaped, more defined, how they were before? Let me know in the comments. In conclusion, did the castor oil actually make my eyebrow grow? It's quite hard to tell. From the footage you can see that it does look fuller than the one that I didn't use castor oil on, but it is also a fact that everyone has one eyebrow that's slightly different from the other, so it could just be coincidence that my right is just fuller, although I've never noticed it before. But maybe it was the castor oil. I'm thinking of doing this experiment again, but on my eyelashes, so just on one eye. Let me know with the like button if that is something that you would want to see. Quick recap. Here are 9 tips if you want to try this for yourself. Number 1, 2 months were needed for me to see a visual difference. 2, applying it before bed makes the most sense unless you want to walk around with oily eyebrows all day. 3, 1 drop per eyebrow was honestly all I needed. I did not need 3 drops. 4, make sure you are gentle with the rubbing. I found that when I massaged in circles, I actually had more eyebrow shedding. I found it was better to gently rub in the direction direction of the hair growth. 5, if you're worried about your skin pulling around your eyes and around your forehead, hold your forehead with your palm to give your skin more support. 6, keep the bottle by your bedside to help you remember to do it. 7, preferably keep it in a dark bottle and away from sunlight. 8, make sure to take note of when you started using it. Take before photos, that way you can see if there's any progress being made. And 9, if you want to track in more depth, you can get the beauty tracker, which is linked below. I feel like there should be a 10. And 10, consistency is key. Good luck with it. You might want to see more about how I do my beauty routine and my maintenance routine. If so, you can find out in this video right here how I do that. And in case you didn't know, you can access some of my old deleted videos over on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. I am sending you angels and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.